Good evening and welcome from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. My name is Liz Willis. I'm here today on behalf of Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we are here to show you President Trump's Keep America Great rally, which will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm here today with my lovely coworkers. This is Max Kleiber, and this is Rachel Carroll. I'll give them the microphone in just a minute to introduce themselves, and we'll get the ball rolling. However, before we begin and before we really jump into our usual pre-rally stream where we discuss logistics, why the president is here, and what you can expect tomorrow, we just kind of want to address an elephant in the room, something that's been going on for a couple days now. We've been trying to rectify the situation ourselves. However, nothing has happened yet, so we're just sitting here waiting, and there's a big problem. So as you guys know, a lot of mainstream media outlets and different platforms have been silencing conservative viewpoints for a while. So what has happened does not come as a surprise. It's something that could have happened any day now. However, with that being said and that aside, I will let you know the facts. So we are not able to stream on our Right Side Broadcasting Network YouTube's platform. Our Right Side Broadcasting Network has been here since the 2016 election. We have over 300 million views. Our YouTube channel currently has 0 violations of their community guidelines. There are 0 copyright claims. We are in good standing with our YouTube account. We have always worked incredibly hard to be ethical and to do everything with the highest morals and integrity. We do not steal feeds. We do not play music in the background. We literally speak for hours just so that songs don't peep in through the microphone. We work so hard to follow all of YouTube's very strict rules, as we should and as the rules should be. However, with that being said, our network is based not solely, but the majority of our platform is on YouTube. As you guys know, we absolutely have loved being able to use this platform. It allows for people from all over the country and all over the world to be able to tune in and watch us. You don't have to pay. If you have internet, you can watch Right Side Broadcasting, and that's what allows us to send out the message of the President of the United States of America. The way Trump holds rallies to bypass the mainstream media is the same way we've been using YouTube to spread his message, and that is something we've been so grateful for. However, our live streaming capabilities on our Right Side Broadcasting Network channels have been indefinitely banned. We can no longer use our RSBN YouTube channel to live stream events or anything. They have also banned RSBN 1, 2, and 3 of our backup channels, which of course are also in good standing, no copyright claims, no community guideline violations. We do not know why. Our CEO and our COO have worked tirelessly the past about 72 hours now, I think, since they've known. We found out just through routine checking, we found out when our live chat wasn't working on our 24-hour chat room. So we found out a while ago, and we have messaged everyone we possibly can at YouTube and Google. We have not heard back. We don't have any justification as to why. We don't know how we can fix this. We don't know if we're going to be able to fix this. All we know is that as of right now, we are not able to stream from our channel. We are concerned, upset, disappointed, and we're just asking to please go on our Twitter right now. We think that the best thing that we can do right now is to address the situation, try to get someone's attention at YouTube who can help us. We are using the hashtag free RSBN. So please like, retweet, comment, and when you do that, of course, please use the hashtag. We're trying to just garner as much attention as we can because we'd really like to get the situation fixed as fast as possible. We're here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. President Trump is scheduled to be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. We want to do an all-day broadcast for you guys, and there's going to be reportedly over 8,500 people showing up tomorrow. This is going to be an incredible crowd, a totally different atmosphere, and who's going to bring it to you on YouTube if Right Side isn't here doing it? So please help us get this message out. We also want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Diamond and Silk. We are really fortunate, especially in all times, but especially today, to be able to still have your platform. Thank you to everyone who's from Diamond and Silk's account who are watching this with us today right now. We are always very happy to have you guys and to be working and partnering together. So we hope that you enjoy what you see, and we hope to get this situation fixed as fast as possible. I know that was a lot to throw at you really quickly. Is there anything else that I should mention, Max?
No, I think you pretty much nailed it on the head as far as the ban came without any warning, without any heads up. YouTube didn't contact us. We found it out stumbling onto our own page, and there's no strikes, nothing on our page that would signify a reason. All other features are enabled. The only one that has been disabled was live streaming. So this seems like a very strategic, coordinated, targeted attack.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's definitely at the moment unjustified. If we knew what we did wrong, if we did anything wrong, we would love to be able to fix the situation and to work with YouTube to, of course, follow their guidelines if we haven't already. So if you're watching this, YouTube, please let us know. I'm just going to say YouTube as many times as possible so your algorithms pick it up, and maybe someone at headquarters YouTube will see this. Please let us know what we can do. We'd love to be able to, even if we have to change some things that we wouldn't necessarily like to do, we're willing to do anything, because we believe that this message of this sitting President of the United States of America is so important to get out to the world. So please let us know how we can fix this. Heck, I'll be up there in San Fran in a snap of my fingers if that'll make a difference. So once again, please just check out our Twitter right now. We are working on a campaign to try and fix this situation before we have to go to the media. So thank you. I'm going to let Rachel introduce, well, one more thing, just to clear everything up. Then I'm going to give it over to this beautiful new reporter we have, Rachel. She's very intelligent, and we're very happy to have her all the way from Utah. So one last thing. You guys know that we are 100 majority viewer funded. So as right now, most of what we get is through our YouTube Super Chat. So that will not be happening today. That is another reason that this is so important, is we're not going to be able to succeed as a business if YouTube doesn't reinstate our channel. We will not be able to go to rallies because we will not have the funds to do so. We rely on our donations, and a majority of those, about 95% of our viewers, come from YouTube, and a lot of our donations come from the YouTube Super Chat. So yeah, we actually do give a lot of money to YouTube. Don't know why they would do this to themselves. I won't even go there. But so you will not be able to donate through our Right Side Broadcasting Network Super Chat. However, if you do, we are broadcasting through Diamond and Silk, so please know that if you do donate through the Super Chat, you will be donating to them, which we encourage that. However, we also encourage making sure that you donate to Right Side Broadcasting, because we're definitely going to struggle until this gets situated. And if you'd like to donate to us, please go to our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. We take credit cards, debit cards. It's very straightforward, very user-friendly. We won't harass you or call you or take your information and sell it. Like, none of that. So please just know that that's who you're donating to when you do click the Super Chat, and how you can donate to Right Side as well. Okay, with all that being said, and please let me know if you have questions. I'm going to pull out my phone, and I know that Twitter is blasting right now. We just released this to the public, so I'm going to check that out. I'm going to hand it to Rachel and let her introduce herself. And Rachel, if you don't mind just saying a little bit about your background, where you're from, how you found Right Side Broadcasting, and yeah, that's it. Here you are. Good luck.
Thank you. Like Liz said, my name is Rachel Carroll. I'm from California, and I go to school in Utah. So this is my first time working with RSBN, so I'm really excited to be here with all of you guys. I first really got into politics during the 2016 election when President Trump was running, so I'm really excited to be here and be able to report on now the 2020 election, on his rallies coming up. So this is actually going to be my first Trump rally that I've gone to, so I'm really excited to be able to see him in person, as well as get to talk to all the wonderful patriots that are coming in and going to view this rally. So really excited to be here.
Thank you, Rachel. Great job, and we are so excited to have you. We are working on just making sure that before this happened, we actually brought 3 great girls down to our headquarters, and we were training them. We're getting them ready for this 2020 presidential election cycle. And like I said, we had over 300 million views in 2016, and we have full expectations to just shatter those records. We were getting our team in place, and don't worry, Rachel, we're going to fix this. We're going to make it right. We are using the hashtag FreeRSBN. However, I made my own, which I think is cute, called Right Your Wrong, and then at YouTube. Get it? Because, like, right?
Yeah, got that.
I think it's cute. So fix it. People like Rachel, just a little bit younger than I am, but this company has allowed for me and Max and Rachel and Micah, just all of us, to be able to learn and grow so much, not even as politicians, but just even as like comm majors or political science majors, business related marketing majors. So we're all in this field, and we've just absolutely loved being able to learn and grow. And I think that's what this country needs, is the younger generation, millennials, getting out there and really grassrooting, creating from a small business. And if Right Side wasn't here, I don't know what we would all do. So this is a company that started from literally nothing, just one guy, our CEO, Joe Seals, and he has worked so hard. Mike and I have been here since the inauguration of President Trump, and we have been to, I think I've been to almost every single rally. And if I wasn't at one of them, it was because he had two scheduled the same day and I was at another one. So the world needs Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we need it. So please help us if you can. Again, go to our Twitter. That's at RSB Network on Twitter. Please retweet and comment. Use hashtag #FreeRSBN. If you're just now joining us, you can skip, rewind a little bit. I did mention that our live streaming capabilities as of right now have been fully and indefinitely banned from YouTube. We are in good standing. We have 0 copyright claims, 0 community guideline violations. Our account is in good standing. We do not know why YouTube will not respond to us. We emailed them about 2 to 3 days ago. We've still heard nothing. This is huge for our network. It does not allow us to make our money and to be as successful as a company. So now that that's over, let's try and give our viewers what they really want, and not have to talk about conservative viewpoints getting censored, because that's no fun, right? So we are here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. It is so cool. We are here at the Santa Ana Star Center. This arena actually has a capacity of about I've heard 7,000, but the internet actually reports that 8,500. So that is because we will be using the floor with standing room, as well as the seats, which is unusual. Now this is expected to be the largest event ever held in Rio Rancho. So with that being said, and this is the first for me at a rally, but these schools are actually going to be closed tomorrow. So all the Rio Rancho schools are closed tomorrow. The municipal courts are closed tomorrow. The police headquarters are closed tomorrow. They will be bringing in law enforcement officers from all over the state to help, and they're just so far very excited to be holding the sitting president of the United States of America, as they should be. So it's expected to be totally full. There are 3,000 parking spaces available. Do the math there. 3,000 parking spaces, 8,500 people expected to attend at least. That means you need a carpool, guys. So Rio Rancho recommends that you either carpool, or use services such as Lyft or Uber. So do keep that in mind. Make sure you bring water, possible raincoats. The weather's a bit iffy here, and just be prepared to stand outside for a long time. Max, what's the president doing here? Why New Mexico of all places?
Thanks, Liz. New Mexico is a very interesting decision by the Trump campaign. This is a state that leans Democrat by about 7% when you look at the splits. So this has been considered a Democrat stronghold by many. It isn't as strongly indicated right now. However, in the past, it seems like this would be a lock for any Democrat who is running. Senator Tom Udall, the current senator from the state who was elected in 2014, has actually announced his retirement, so he will not be up for re-election in 2020. Therefore, there is now primary on the Democrat side and on the Republican side for the seat here in New Mexico. It's a very interesting state in the sense that it seems like the numbers kind of spike up and down based on trends in the nation. Right now, Senator Tom Udall is polling at a relatively decent approval rating along the lines of where he won his election in 2014. He won his election in 2014 by roughly 11%, which comes out to 57,000 votes. So he won pretty comfortably here. However, it seems like the New Mexico is a target from the Trump campaign because they believe that they can flip this state to red. When President Trump had a rally earlier this year in El Paso, Texas, multiple people in the campaign said that there was a high number of residents of New Mexico who came to attend the rally in El Paso. So they think that this is not just a regional thing, as far as President Trump's support in the Southwest, but they believe that that is indicative of the entire state, that they can actually win support statewide. It is worth noting the last Republican to win New Mexico was George W. Bush in 2004, who won by 0.7% of the vote, 0.8% of the vote against John Kerry in that 2004 election. When we look at the 2016 numbers, President Trump actually lost to Hillary Clinton by about 8%. And it's actually really worth noting that Gary Johnson took home 9% of that vote in 2016. So many would make the argument that Gary Johnson could have abstained from that election, and President Trump may have won this state after all. That is another thing that the Trump campaign and the White House are looking at as something that could indicate a potential President Trump victory. The current governor of New Mexico is also in some really hot water as she has taken a position of far left agenda with late term abortion bills, and she has also called for lots of social reform in a state where you've got a lot of ranchers and a lot of people who kind of live by that typical blue collar code of working hard for what you want. So in the newest poll, according to a Las Cruces media source and a DC based polling agency, she had an approval rating of 58%. Not very long ago, back in late July, her approval rating was the sixth lowest in the nation, in the 30%, the upper 30%. So it looks like she has a very volatile support base. There are not a lot of people who are sticking by her. And it seems like New Mexico is willing to fight against a radical left agenda, as the Trump campaign wants to highlight and has continued to mention since President Trump won in 2016 and all throughout the midterms. That was the biggest talking point, and that was what President Trump wanted the people to remember and to focus on, was the radical left agenda. So New Mexico could be a state that flips. There are a lot of people, including the New Mexico DNC, who believes, or not DNC, excuse me, the New Mexico Democratic Party believes that they have New Mexico locked down, that President Trump won't flip it, or he won't even come close to flipping it. We'll see whether or not that actually is true. There are some numbers that indicate it's possible. It is definitely not a guaranteed Democrat stronghold, as many Democrats believe it is, and it could be an interesting swing, because remember, this is the presidential election. President Trump is on the ballot. He'll have a 4-year record when people go to the polls November 3rd, 2020, and immigration is obviously a crucial topic here in the border state of New Mexico. So this could be a very interesting state to watch, as many would expect it to be a Democrat and would like to call it blue early. It could be a battleground state for President Trump and for whoever the Democrats decide to nominate. That's the background. That's the context. I'll have a lot of more political numbers for you tomorrow, and also I'll wrap up with some economic numbers tomorrow as well. But really quick, we wanted to say thank you to our partners, specifically Disney Coins, for sticking with us despite some of the YouTube troubles. Liz?
Absolutely. Thank you, Max. And as always, you totally killed it.
Thank you.
Lots of great information from Max, so we are always very eager to hear all about it. He is great when it comes to why we're in the area. So now that we know that, let's do some more fun stuff. So something we like to do is bring you companies that totally support conservative people and values. So right now, something really cool that's in my hand is a Disney coin. Disney coins are made in America by Americans on American machines. The one I'm holding right now says Trump Pence 2020. In one moment, let's make sure it's all zoomed in and pretty. All right, I'm going to flip it over, and this is the sorry, it's just my face. I'm going to zoom in straight on that. All good. All right. Y'all got to see that. So this is the build-a-wall coin. Disney coins they use actual silver and copper for every MAGA or now CAG coin that they have. Let me put my phone away because it's getting hard to hold three things. So these are, like I said, Disney coins. That's D-I-S-M-E, not Disney. Disney coins. This one is copper, and actually, if you are doing an interview here tomorrow at the rally, you heard it here first. For every interview we do, we are going to be giving away a coin to you guys. So it's a thank you from Disney Coins. If you're interested in one of these, you can go to disneycoins.com. Use code RALLY1 at checkout to save money off your order. Now, Disney Coins actually gives 10% of all profits back to conservative companies, conservative people or organizations. So it's a really cool way to know that your money is going to good use and it's staying within the United States. There are going to be 2 new designs every month. There are we have the wall coin here right now. This is a favorite. We have many others. We've requested a dragon energy coin. There's a tiger coin. Of course, the infamous MAGA coin. Lots of great options. And these are actually made out of a 100% silver or copper based on whichever you prefer to buy. So you're actually getting, I should hold it better. Sorry. I fidget. So these are going to hold their value. They are going to be great gifts, whether it's Christmas or someone's birthday. I know that, I hope my brothers aren't watching, but I know that they'll all be getting some Disney coins for Christmas from me. I can't wait. Actually, one of my favorite products that they have right now is the coin keychain. So we actually have coin keychains right now. They're gold. They're so beautiful, and it's very similar to this. It's just on a keychain. So I have one on my keychain, and here's a tip that I like to do. So when you get a rental car and you sometimes lose the keys because there's not much there and it's just a tiny thing. Well, I'm a girl that likes a big keychain. Got to make sure I don't lose it in that purse of mine. So I put that really nicely weighted gold keychain on all of my coins. Let everybody know about making America great again and my support for President Trump. And I have yet to lose my rental car keys. So every single rally I go to, I make sure now that we have a Disney Coins keychain, Make America Great Again keychain connected to the keys. And it's been great so far. We've gotten a lot of compliments. I actually gave one to one of my best friends, and she teared up because it's actually for her grandfather. So they are just incredible gifts. I wish I was there when she gave it to him. But they're incredible gifts for anyone. They're very special, and not just, a cheap little gimmicky thing. These are 100% copper or silver, and there's 2 designs every month, made in America, giving 10% back to conservative companies. So if you're interested in that, like I said, use code RALLY1 while supplies last. You'll get a discount at checkout for what you order. So we're very excited to be working with them and to have their support. We really do appreciate it in times like this. So thank you so much, Disney Coins. Definitely one of my favorite companies to work with. And the back actually says proudly made in America. So definitely love to emphasize that. That is something that President Trump has really talked about since taking the Oval Office. Another company that we really have enjoyed is Covfefe Coffee Company. So this is Rachel's first time. So good luck. Don't be mad if she looks at her phone. You go, girl. I'm right here if you need me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to talk about one of our other wonderful partners, Covfefe Coffee. So Covfefe Coffee is the #1 coffee for deplorables made by deplorables. So this is not safe for snowflakes, and it is finally a coffee for very stable geniuses. So Covfefe Coffee comes in 3 unique roasts. You have the MAGA Blend Dark Roast, the Drain the Swamp Medium Roast, and the Red Pill Light Roast. So right now I'm holding the light roast, and the light roast is just too much winning for the haters and losers. This isn't some meek and mild lead from behind coffee, and you go from low energy to dragon energy quick. So there's a variety of coffee. There's a variety for every coffee lover in your life. So Covfefe Coffee makes great gifts, and they're supporting American small businesses, and you can also pick up some unique Covfefe apparel. So if you want to get yourself some Covfefe coffee, you can go to www.doyoucovfefe.com and use code RSBN at checkout. So Covfefe is making coffee great. Be sure to get yourself some.
I don't know why I was nervous for you. I wasn't really nervous, but she's a natural. How great is she? So this is why we need RSBN, because we get to bring on people like you and see the stars that they turn into literally within an hour. It's not like our training, you even needed it. But so those 2 companies were Disney Coins. That's DISME coins.com. Use code RALLY1 at checkout. The other one is Covfefe Coffee. That's doyoucovfefe.com. Use code RSBN at checkout to receive a discount off your purchase while supplies last. So 2 great companies. You're going to be hearing a little bit more about those. Right now, you can go ahead and set that down, and we will begin doing a couple interviews. So we have some people that are going to come on over in a minute, and these people are actually here over 24 hours early. We arrived before 7 p.m. President Trump is scheduled to begin talking tomorrow at 7 p.m. There was a handful, about half a dozen people so far here today, and one of them you guys might recognize. So I'm going to let Rachel do this interview. This is her first interview, and once again, I'm sure she's going to kill it, but you're about to see a familiar face.
Hi, thank you, Liz. So why don't you tell me your name and where you're from?
My name's Blake. I'm from San Diego, California.
Awesome. Me too. That's very cool. Very cool.
Hey, long journey, huh?
Yes, very long, but it's awesome. So we've seen you before at the Pennsylvania rally. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened there?
At that rally, really interesting because I had been experimenting with memeing in real life, and I knew I was flying into D.C. This was a vacation I'd planned a long, long time ago, and I knew I was going to fly into Dulles, and I wanted to wear something more than just a hat to really get under the skin of people a little bit. And for some reason, I thought about brick wall suit. I looked up on DuckDuckGo. There it was. I ordered it, and I had it. The day before I left San Diego to go on my vacation back east, the rally in Montoursville was announced. So it's only by chance that I had all that stuff. And the rally in Montoursville, it was only 120 miles away from where I was at. I had free days. I just ditched the last 2 days of my planned vacation, and I went there. Got there early. I was third in line. Today I'm first, so that's achievement unlocked. And I got called up on stage. I never thought that would happen. Just in the middle of the rally, President Trump looked at me and said, "Get that guy up on stage." And that was really, from there, that was kind of like, that's my conscious memory of it has disappeared, and I had to look at video of it to find out what happened, because it was really, really an out-of-body experience is the way I think I described it.
Yeah, that's amazing. What was going through your mind when President Trump just pointed at you and called you out and told you to come on stage?
Oh, the first thing was I didn't believe he said it, and then he said it again. I said, "Well, he said it." So then I had to climb over like one of these metal barriers that they have, and I'm just thinking, "Don't trip." And then that's the last thing I remember. Like, don't fall, don't step on the flag, because they had like a flag bunting on it. I didn't want to step on the flag. I remember, don't put your foot on the flag, don't trip. And then the last thing I remember is, then I started, when I came back off the stage, is when I just shook hands with the president, did a little fist pump, something like that. But remembering actually what happened during those 15, 20 seconds, that's still a little foggy.
Has anything in your life changed at all since you got to shake the president's hand and go up on stage during that rally?
Yeah, it's a certain amount of notoriety when you get plucked out of a crowd like that and you're not expecting it. I think the one thing that worked in my favor is at that time I didn't have any social media accounts, so there really wasn't anything going on. I was getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of tweets. Not tweets, but a lot of texts. So I was getting a lot of attention like that, and it made me evaluate kind of where I am as a Trump supporter. People are kind of surprised to find out I didn't vote for him in 2016. In fact, I didn't even vote in the 2016 election. I was not even registered. I was in California, my home state, for a long time, kind of conservative in nature, and never really felt like I had a viable party there. So kind of disenfranchised voluntarily, and I started really, really supporting the president when, after he was elected, he began to do all of the things he said he was going to do. When he started keeping his promises on Trans-Pacific Partnership, on getting out of Paris Climate Accord, on cutting taxes for businesses, bringing that business tax down to 15% that resulted in all those funds that were overseas and companies that invert, like Apple had its headquarters in Ireland. All that money came back in the United States. When he started doing things like that, that's when I started paying attention and saying, yeah, I got to support him. And that's when I came off the fences and started supporting the president really in a much more visible fashion.
That's amazing. I think we can all agree it's great when we are able to see the promises made and promises kept, and President Trump has done a great job of doing that so far. So what
there's so many things. I mean, the list goes on. There's right to try, there's the things where I think he's championing so many different things that really were by the wayside, simply because he wants to do what's right and not necessarily what's politically expedient, and it makes a huge difference.
Yes. So what number rally is this for you then?
This will be my 5th.
Okay. And what are you most excited or looking forward to hearing President Trump speak about tomorrow? I just want to hear what his message is. It may be subtly different. This is the first time he's been in a state for a rally on the southern border since Texas in February. There may be a little bit more discussion on issues such as the border wall and controlling the influx of fentanyl into the United States and human trafficking, which I think is to me, those are the two hugest reasons why I support the border wall, is to combat those two things. I would like to see that addressed. And I know for a while we've had this choice between which hat am I wearing? Do I have the Keep America Great? Right, so the Keep America Great or the greatest slogan ever, which is Make America Great Again. And 2 rallies ago, he actually gave us a choice. He said, or we can do both. And that's really what I want to do, because to me, Keep America Great is about maintaining the freedoms that we have that have made our country so successful. I'm talking about things like the Electoral College, the natural rights that are outlined for us in the Constitution that can't be taken away, because those as a base are
what allow us to make America great. And make America great, again, is not to me like a contest where we get to one place and we stop and say, oh yeah, we're good enough now. We're just going to keep America great now. For me, it's a process that shouldn't end. We should always, as citizens, be trying to make America great. And that's just an ongoing thing. We should always be trying to get better than we were the week before, the month before, or the year before. That should never stop. Keep America great. We do it at the same time. Maintain those freedoms that got us this far, and maintain that so many people fought for, since the country was founded. And we need to preserve those freedoms and those liberties in their entirety for all of the citizens who come after us.
Yeah, I completely agree. Always great. So it was so great talking with you. Hopefully we'll be able to see your brick wall suit tomorrow.
I will have it on. We'll see.
Awesome.
I'll either be in the front. I'll be around. I'm hard to miss when I put that on. It's funny. It was just totally by accident. I tell people I was in the right place at the right time with the right suit, and that's all that happened.
Definitely. Well, it was great talking with you. Thank you so much for being here, and good job getting first in line. So, yeah, have fun at the rally tomorrow. And, yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Rachel, you're natural. I'm so proud
Thank
of
you.
Congratulations. Congratulations on your first interview. We absolutely love having you here. So I'm going to bring Christopher over now. And I'm going to let Christopher describe himself, who he is, his platform. But I think my favorite thing about him so far is that he is known as the adorable deplorable. All right. Reintroduce yourself.
Well, I'm Christopher Drew. I go by the Adorable Deplorable. Many of you guys know me from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the necessities. But I'm here today to show support for Trump, obviously. I think that it's going to be really enlightening what he says about the border situation, because we are so close to the border. But I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is just simply him bringing more positivity back into Americans. And every time you go to a Trump rally, you've been to many, you know that the Trump rallies bring so much excitement to people. And he talks about our accomplishments and the good things that he's done and the good things that we're doing as Americans together. So I think that's the best message that we can take from this, and that's what I'm the most excited about.
Okay. So how did you come up with the name Adorable Deplorable?
Wow. So
It just fits.
so my friend Connie, actually, she told me, she was like, "You're adorable," and I was like, "Oh, cute." And I was thinking, like, trying to think of a ching. I was like, that's the
It gets you so much attention on social media.
are going wrong right now are really just common sense, like the drag queen story hour, reading to children, like things like this is just like, you could just see that it's common sense that, first of all, like, we're not racist. It's bad to have people in bars reading to children. These common sensual things that people are losing track of because we're being attacked so much by the left with them. And so they're trying to make these things the norm. And so I talk about common sensual politics.
Okay, very cool. And you did mention that you're from California, and you are actually one of the, I'd say, half a dozen people that got here the earliest. So how early did you get here? What made you want to come that early, and where'd you come from exactly?
Well, first I want to shout out to my Patreons who got me here. They paid for me to get here. Thank you so much. And it's actually a lot of people that are Christians that helped me get here. And I came 2 days early because I thought it was going to be like people camping and stuff like that, because I'm determined. So I always go full force. And so I got here last night, was here a couple hours, and finally the police came because there was no security really. And they told us that we had to go. So we reached out online, and actually some really awesome patriots, they took our message and they let us stay at their place. They gave us our own bedrooms even. Like, I got there was a beer on the table for me. It was so nice. And thank you so much to Trish. But these are great people, and they really stuck their neck out for us. And they even offered for us to stay there again if we need to. And I find that this is the narrative time and time again. Mind you, I'm a gay man, so I'm told Christians and gays, we're supposed to hate one another. And so, you know, I'm here to break that narrative. Thank you. Well, I'm not exactly not Christian, you know. It is what it is. But I think that's my goal here. My goal here is to break that narrative and to show that that's not the case at all.
I love that. It totally testifies to a lot of what the mainstream media, their narrative tries to paint, and that's just that Trump supporters can't get along with anybody that doesn't fit that very, very specific mold, and anything that might outlie that a little bit just doesn't get along. But you seem to really just be an adorable deplorable. You seem to love this. You're covered from head to toe. Some fierce red boots, which I saw earlier. I actually want them.
Some other boots?
How I Met Your Mother boots. Okay, so your hat. It is something I haven't seen before, and I have been to so many rallies. You look surprised, but I've seen the Make America Great Again hat with the white font, but I've never seen the rainbow font. So do you mind just explaining what that is and where you got it from?
I got this from the Trump website. This is actually Trump's design. It says Trump in rainbow.
Wait, I want it. I didn't. Did y'all know he did that?
He put his own name in rainbow, so that's the biggest misconception when it comes to Trump and homosexuality. He doesn't hate gays. He's talking big points on the gay community, but to be honest with you, I think we have bigger problems with this country than the gays, but I think it's just another way for them to try to jab at him. But I bought this on the Trump website. Like, I can't say more than that. Like, I supported his campaign, and he put his own name in rainbow letters, so I don't find any of that gay hating stuff to be remotely true. In fact, I don't even like talking about it often because it's just simply so satire that it's like, come on, guys.
I mean, I get that, but I do have one last question on it because unfortunately, as satire as it might seem to you, it's almost something like taboo to someone outside that community. So it's something that I don't even want to bring up to a lot of my friends in the LGBTQ community because they absolutely can't stand President Trump. They think that he's against all of their values, and there's people that I absolutely love so much. So how do you stand up for yourself against any of your friends, or do they just have enough respect for you to understand that you are a Trump supporter, that you obviously don't have a problem with them? What is it like?
Well, to be honest with you, if I can give you any advice, it would be to come at them with facts. And I know that they a lot of times don't like that. So at the end of the day, they may say racist or F Trump. But at the end of the day, you have to remember the facts don't change. And the fact is he's trying to eradicate the HIV crisis within 10 years.
I love that.
The fact is he's also talks with France in order to decriminalize homosexuality worldwide. And they're killing us in places. So to me, every gay at that moment should have had his back. And that was during the State of the Union address. I think that every gay should have stood behind Trump at that moment. I went to Pride because of it, wearing my Trump gear, because I was nervous to do that before, but not after the State of the Union address. This past Pride Month, I wore red, white, and blue the entire time because since gay marriage, I'm 100% equal under the law as an American. So I'm going to wear my red, white, and blue. And these are all things. Trump's the first one to recognize.
I have chills.
Trump's the first one to ever recognize Gay Month or whatever they. Yeah, whatever the cereal box calls it. The thing about it is, though, come at them with facts. And I think that if you reason with them and say, look, he also gave 200,000 people free Truvada. And if they're homosexual, they know what that is. And that's HIV medication. There's people that couldn't afford it. Stand behind Trump. What are we doing thinking that anybody else will be there for us? Buttigieg says he's gay, but what are you doing? Whatever his name is. Buttigieg, he says he's gay, but we know you're gay, but you have no policy. And on top of that, what are you going to do for our community? Nothing. And I like how Trump doesn't address us as the gay community. He addresses us as Americans, as he should. He addresses all of us as Americans. That's why he doesn't honor different side groups, and that's the beauty of it. So that's where the gays think that they have him. But if you look at the facts, Trump is for our community more than any other president in history, and I will stand behind him until the end for that reason.
Okay, well, even though you didn't want to talk about it, I am so glad I asked you because that was an incredible answer, and it is absolutely so true. So thank you so much for your time, Christopher, the adorable deplorable. Do you want to give a shout-out, a plug, so people can find you on social medias? Sure.
You guys can always find me as the adorable deplorable, but also I will be speaking in Miami, Florida at the Trump Doral for the American Priority Conference on October 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christopher. I'm going to bring my crew back over and just talk a little bit more about what's going on here today. And yeah, thank you. And a little bit more about our sponsors later on. So don't forget that if you'd like to donate, you can go to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. That's our website. You can check out our articles and what we do. We have Bailey Byers, who is at headquarters, I believe, right now. She does Promises Made, Promises Kept. So every few weeks, she takes a topic that President Trump promised to make true during his he made the promise during his election cycle. He's fulfilled that during his presidential term so far. So she focuses on one and goes into in-depth research and just makes it a really educational and entertaining little YouTube clip. So you can check those out on our website. Also check out our articles that she writes. Find us on social medias. That's on Twitter at RSB Network, on Instagram at RSB Network. Definitely go check out our Twitter right now. It is poppin'. Thank you to Diamond and Silk for partnering with us. It's just such a pleasure to always work with you ladies. We got to see you last week in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and y'all just looked more radiant than ever before. So it's always a pleasure. And please make sure that you donate. We are mostly viewer funded, and we need your donations, especially right now. This is going to be a tough rally for us. However, we're just really excited to be able to be here. We are continuing to stay positive and know that the rights the wrongs will be righted. And we know that tomorrow is going to be a fun day. We're excited to show you I'd say at least 10,000 people are going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be crowded. We're literally in the middle of a desert right now. So it's, as far as the eye can see, there's nothing. So we should have taken a before photo. That would have been great. But we'll do that next time. It's going to just totally transform. It's going to be like, what's that party? Coachella? It's going to be like Coachella. We're going to be in the desert at 45 Fest. All right, Max, what's going on tonight?
Thanks, Liz. Yeah, so as she mentioned a lot just a second ago, we are in New Mexico, not a state many expected President Trump to be in, especially not this early. So President Trump is going to try to flip this state in a nice red color instead of the current blue that it's in, and we'll see whether or not that's going to work. We're a long way out, and so until the general election. So, especially with the amount of support he's received in the area, like El Paso, like Phoenix in the past. So President Trump will be here tomorrow. He's speaking at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. That's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern for those of you guys on the East Coast, and of course 6 o'clock for you guys out suffering in California. Like Liz mentioned, we are mostly viewer funded, and especially with some of the issues that we are going to run into in the future, we are going to need some of these great companies that we're working with, including Disney Coins. So I've got this coin actually in my pocket right now. It is the Deplorable Time coin. It is made with 100% genuine silver. It will hold its value. There we go. I'm going to have Liz hold that for me. So there's going to be 2 new designs every month made of genuine silver that will hold its value. Disney Coins is a conservative supporting business. They donate 10% of their profits back to conservative organizations and conservative foundations to help the conservative cause. You can go to DisneyCoins.com to start your own collection of Trump coins, which will then allow you using the code RSBN at checkout, you will receive a discount. So if you say, okay, these coins are pretty cool, I want to start a collection, put some of them on my keys or put some of them resting on my desk, you can use RSBN all caps at checkout and receive a discount over there. Thank you so much for Disney Coins. We really appreciate it. We are in a time right now where we're going to need a lot of support from conservatives all around the country due to some of the circumstances, and so thank you to Disney Coins for your support. We really appreciate it. We're collecting these coins right now. Actually, we've got a handful of them with us now and a ton of them back at headquarters. So Disney Coins is the way to go for gifts if you've got birthdays coming up like mine, or if you've got Christmas on your mind already. Some of you guys of course can't wait for Christmas, already counting down the days. Then you will get to look at Disney Coins and get a nice collection of them as gifts. That was the keychain Liz is holding. Really cool design, and also a very cool color and that nice gold. You know, President Trump loves his gold. Honestly, I'm surprised. As we all should, I'm surprised that the White House is still white. There you go. That seems a little bit more painful, but
because it's such nice, heavy metal. It might get a little painful. Thank you, Disney Coins. Don't forget to use code RALLY1 at checkout to save money. And we wanted to give a quick thank you again to Covfefe. Don't forget to get your Covfefe coffee. This is this is Colombian coffee. It is actually packaged and distributed out of North Dakota. If you're interested, please go to doyoucovfefe.com. There are 3 different roasts available. And this is the Red Pill Light Roast. There's also Drain the Swamp and MAGA Roast. This is really great. It is made for deplorables by deplorables. And if you're familiar with President Trump's typo, then you'll understand the name of this. It's great. It tastes great in a glass that if you want to drink some liberal tears, it's great. So get your coffee. Don't forget to use code RSBN at checkout. Covfefe, making coffee great again. Again, this is the ground coffee Red Pill Light Roast. It's a personal favorite of ours here at Right Side Broadcasting Network, and it really just allows for us to get that dragon energy that we need to keep up with President Trump. So don't forget to use code RSBN at checkout. So thank you again for everyone for tuning in tonight to Right Side Broadcasting Network. It is a pleasure to be here for you, just showing you what's going on across the country as we lead up to the 2020 presidential election cycle. Right Side Broadcast Network has been honored to be able to be your go-to source for live event political coverage, and we look forward to doing that all the way up till President Trump wins the next election and gets 4 more years in that Oval Office. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to check out our website, www.rsbnetwork.com and also, if you'd like to donate, just go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. Check out everything we have to offer. We will be back tomorrow live broadcasting. No matter what platform we have to do it on, we will be live somewhere. So you can be sure to find us. We're going to be showing the crowds, interviewing, showing you the president's speech, and we can't wait to be back to see you guys again. All right, any last words, Max or Rachel?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this. Remember, you can watch us tomorrow on whatever platform you're watching us on right this second. So you can find us there. Don't go to the old RSBN channel, Periscope, and Twitter, and Facebook, and Diamond and Silver. Unless otherwise noted, hopefully this gets fixed pretty soon. Thank you so much for Rachel joining us. I'm rushing this right now. Our camera is about to die. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you so much, and good night.